Right, we are now recording.
So I came to Shine Coaching. I wasn't in a good place. A lot of my friends and family were like asking questions about the temper, my anger, how I was feeling and stuff. And I felt like I had nowhere else to go. There was no support, and there's nothing out there for men really. And it's not only like dealing with what's going on, it's understanding what actually drives you, what makes you angry, what upsets you. You know, because it's a mixed bag of emotions, and the anger is the byproduct of everything else that's going on in your life, from stress, work commitments, relationships, and especially with COVID at the moment. You know, our lives are a mess. We can't do what we want to do, can't go to the football, can't go to the pub, can't see your friends, and all this is just added stress. So I reached out to Shine, and through them started a coaching program, which like systematically looked at my life, what I was doing, how I was doing it, and it threw up some really interesting things that I never even thought that will be a problem, to be honest. And I've done lots of coaching sessions, and the sessions have been brilliant. They've really changed my life. And like every day now, I systematically look at my life, and it's a bit of a challenge, but if you're prepared to do it, you can work through it. And as I said, like over the last couple of months, I've had a few like issues with work, my mum, my dog, you know. And if it weren't for the coaching that I've done with Shine, I wouldn't have been able to deal with that, because the old me would have been an absolute bits. I would have been losing my temper every day. But with the coaching that I've done, I can apply it to my life, and now I'm actually dealing with it. The old person wouldn't have dealt with it. Basically, my temper would have controlled me. Now I'm in control of my temper.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks
Lee.
for that, Lee. Thank you.
That was
Okay.
sick. Awesome, mate.
Good job with that. Yeah, so I came to Shine after I was diagnosed with BPD, which stands for borderline personality disorder. Basically issues with going up and down with emotions that can range from anger, depression, feeling down. It can change within a matter of minutes or a couple of hours, so really, really rapid. I was struggling with work, about to lose my job, because I got into a fight with my line manager. You know, my personal relationship, with my partner was really bad, really rocky, because I was losing my temper really easily. I just couldn't understand other people's points of view. This is really something I struggled with. You know, my coach was called Caroline, which she very person-led, where, you know, it's not where they ask you a bunch of questions and really pry you up, and it's about making you comfortable and letting you lead, you know, the sessions, you know, trying to find out what the problem is and letting you kind of figure out, you know, the solutions. Because Caroline said to me that, you know, the solution's always within the person. It doesn't come from external factors and things like that. Whereas now, you know, I'm about to finish my second year of uni, you know, I'm in a really good position in with my job, and my relationship has never been better. And I've not been off sick since, you know, being with Shine as well. And volunteering, I want to give something back to men, especially in Lancashire now, because as a group, you know, they give so much to you, and I think this is just the least we could do, is just give a bit of our time back, just for people who've changed their life, and a corporation that really means a lot to me, and I think to a lot of other people as well.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks for that.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you. Okay, who would like to speak next? Marcus or Josh?
I'll go next.
Thanks, Marcus.
Right, so with the first lockdown, I really struggled mentally, and I weren't in a good place, and I was coming out of it. Well, as we were coming out of it, and we were called back into work, I was in a really bad way, probably the worst way I've ever been, with my mental health, my anxiety, and I was getting really depressed all the time, getting angry and stuff like that as a result as well. I tried taking my own life just after the first lockdown, because I just could not cope whatsoever. And then my girlfriend at the time forced me to go to kind of like seek help, and I started doing coaching with Shine. My coach was Stacey, and she gave me the support and someone to talk to, which I found was really useful. And one of the best bits about it was as well, just randomly on random days, not any specific time or anything, she'd just send me a little quote, that was I thought was kind of I forget what the word was, but I really liked it basically. And so now I'm trying to give back by doing a bit of volunteer work with Shine, and this year I'll be raising a bit of money for them as well, hopefully. And I'm also in a pretty good place mentally, and yeah, it largely down to the work that I've done with Shine. So thank you.
Thanks for that, Marcus. Thanks
Thank
very
you,
much.
Marcus.
No worries.
Okay, Josh, you okay to?
Yeah. Well, if it weren't for Shine, I wouldn't be where I am today, no matter what. It's completely turned my life around, and it is the only mental health service that I've like I said, I've been passed in and between every single one in Lancashire, near enough. And Shine is the only one that's actually managed to help me in any way. I've been through Minds Matter, I've been to the Pendle House, I've been on medication, just about everywhere you can imagine, and no one has really been able to get through to me. And as soon as I started speaking to Jane, it all just sort of came to light that, you know, for me personally, I'm also diagnosed with BPD, but it hasn't really put a hold on my life since I came to Shine. Previous to that, I were an absolute nightmare. Like, I can't even say some of the things that were going through my head, some of the things I wanted to do, because it won't be allowed to be listened to, definitely. But it has really, really helped me more than anyone else has, and I am very thankful for that. And like I said, I just want to give back anything that I possibly can. You know, the fact that I'm able to join the Navy now, and you know, I might be into my basic training in the next 2-3 months, and just that alone is a massive milestone compared to where I were, say, 2-3 years ago. And to say I only got into Shine a year ago, and it's managed to change me that much when every other organisation couldn't help me for those 2 years prior. It's just massive for me personally.
That, Josh. Thanks very much.
Thank you,
And
Josh.
well done on getting to the Navy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Amazing.
well,
Well, I'm still not fully there yet, but hopefully, yeah.
Well
Smash
done.
it.
What's in, Josh?
I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Like,
It's
sounds like
incredible,
you've
isn't it?
done really, really, really well.
Oh
Thanks.
no, definitely. Compared to where I were, definitely.
Thanks so much for all that. They were all very heartfelt and very individual stories as well at the same time. You know, they weren't all the same, and that's because you're all individual and different, you know, with your own stories to bring to us. So thank you. Thanks for telling us all that. Okay.